as far as trespassers and people that they want trespassed in the park here, because it's technically like city property and private property rolled into one. And if they want somebody trespassed from here, they can have a trespass. They want you to leave, okay, and I'm asking you to leave, okay? If you're here when I come back, you go to jail. But the sergeant that I just spoke to said that I have the authorization to place...
Daytona's new riverfront esplanade finally opens. Founded in 2017, Brown Riverfront Esplanade Foundation, Incorporated, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization established by Jay Hyatt and C.C. Brown. BREF's mission is to restore the riverfront to its previous glory and facilitate the restoration, operation, and revitalization of Daytona Beach Riverfront Esplanade. In agreeing to undertake the project, the Browns created a not-for-profit organization called Brown Riverfront Esplanade Foundation, Incorporated, to overhaul and manage the former public park. The park was renamed an Esplanade at the suggestion of Daytona Beach city officials to allow it to become privately managed. We were highly encouraged by legal in the city to not refer to it as park anymore because we wanted to be able to control attendance. It's no longer a public park, said Yarborough. It's an esplanade, and because it's private now, we no longer have to put up with tents and homeless population. However, the city continues to own the 22.5-acre stretch of land. Let me repeat that. The city of Daytona Beach continues to own the 22.5-acre stretch of land that runs along the west bank of Halifax River from Main Street south to Orange Street. The city of Daytona Beach has agreed to provide a yearly reimbursement of $800,000 in taxpayer dollars to help cover a portion of the Esplanade's expected $1.6 million in annual maintenance and operational costs. Greetings, everyone. This is Jeff with On Your Road Civil Rights Investigations. Today is Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. It is 12:45 p.m. I am here in Daytona Beach, Florida, with my God Bless the Homeless Veteran sign. I am going to go into this park right here. This is a public park here in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's called Manatee Island Park. It is owned by the city of Daytona Beach. It is a public park. It's as public a park as you can get. It's a traditional public forum. The only thing is they have leased this property to this big company over here, Brown & Brown Insurance, that owns this huge glass building. And Brown & Brown Insurance, for some reason, thinks that they can trespass people that they just don't want them on the property, not particularly for violating any rules or regulations or laws. It's just if you make people feel uncomfortable by standing there saying, God bless homeless veterans, they think they can trespass people. So I've heard about this. I've heard that they do not tolerate homeless folks out here, even though a homeless person has just as much right to be on this public property as anybody else. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to peacefully and politely hold my God Bless the Homeless Veteran sign. I'm going to engage in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum, and see if they respect our rights to do this. Let's see how it goes. God bless the homeless veterans. God bless the homeless veterans.
How you doing, sir? Unfortunately, we're not allowed to do that because it is...
I'm hard of hearing. Can I hear you?
Yeah, well, we can't do that on the premises, on the facility itself. It's privately managed. There are a couple of places you can do that, which are not technically part of the Esplanade here. One of them is Bethune Plaza, and the other one is actually Veterans Plaza, all the way down toward the other end, just past the, or just before the ISB bridge.
What do you mean it's privately managed?
This whole Esplanade is privately managed.
But it's public
by
property.
Brown & Brown.
But it's still city property.
It's, I think they actually lease it to Brown & Brown, so Brown & Brown technically makes the rules and enforces them.
So the city leases it to Brown & Brown?
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, it's public property.
Well, yeah, but it's still not allowed on the, because it's privately managed. So
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with you.
Well, that's fine, and you can do that, and you can certainly take that up with who you want, but in the meantime, I will have to ask you to actually abide by their policy, or Brown & Brown.
What policy?
Brown & Brown set the rules of the Esplanade.
I looked at the policy.
Which are posted everywhere, sir.
I didn't see anything that said I can't do this.
Well, they have the right to control the attendance, so I can ask you to either leave the premises or or head over to one of the actual public areas, the public forums, which are more than welcome to do that there, but not on the Esplanade itself.
It is my opinion that this is public property, and I intend to stay here.
Well, that's fine. Then I will have to call PD and have them removed.
Well,
If I might ask, what is bringing this on? Because I myself am actually
just showing my support. God put it in my heart to show my support for homeless veterans. That's
and
all.
I fully respect that, sir.
Yes, sir.
But it is my job to ensure that
I can't hear you. Like I said, I'm hard of hearing.
it is my job to ensure that it's not done on the property and making people uncomfortable.
Okay.
Families. This is a family environment. You know, I am all about you doing that and expressing your right. Matter of fact, I appreciate it. But all I ask is that you do it in a public forum.
Okay,
rather than on this property.
This is a
That's
public forum as
exactly
far as
the
I'm
purpose.
concerned.
The exact purpose of this Esplanade and why they donated all this money to get it done is to make it a family fun environment.
Okay, what am I doing that's not family?
It's making people uncomfortable. And look,
I'm not trying to make anybody uncomfortable.
I understand that's not your intent, but it's happening.
Mhm.
And therefore, I can't allow it.
Well, I don't think it's.
And as I said, I appreciate it as a vet myself.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
I don't think you have the authority, and I'm not trying to be rude to you.
Understand
I believe this
questioning
is a public property. This is public property. I have every right to be here to do this.
Okay, and I guess that will be tested.
Okay. There's law enforcement.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How are you?
I appreciate what you're doing.
Okay.
Okay, so with this new property, my sergeant is going to send over me an email.
Okay.
I'm going to reread it as far as trespassers and people that they want trespassed in the park here. Because it's technically like city property and private property rolled into one. And if they want somebody trespassed from here, they can have them trespassed, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read that, okay? They want you to leave, okay? And I'm asking you to leave, okay? You can go right down the sidewalk and do that if you'd like, okay? But where you're at right now, and they want you to leave, they have the right to do that, okay? If you don't leave, then I have to place you under arrest for trespassing, okay? So I'm going to let you figure out what you want to do. I'm going to go read that. If you're here when I come back, you go to jail, okay? You can figure it out with the judge and the city from there, how you want to do it.
So right now, if I don't leave the property, you're going to arrest me
I'm
for
going to
trespassing.
read it again, just to make sure I'm correct. But the sergeant that I just spoke to said that I have the authorization to place you under arrest if you don't leave. All right.
Yes, sir.
So it's all private property, which is why the gates are like this. Okay, so there's two areas, okay, that are city property. And it's at the very end of MMB right there, where the statue is, okay? And the other one's the northeast corner of ISB and Beach, okay? If you want to go there and you know, do what you're doing, you're good to go, okay?
So who told you it was private property?
I'm sorry?
Who told you it was private property?
Sergeant Connolly.
Sergeant Connolly.
Okay. So from the grass line in, you pretty much have to stay.
Oh,
clear
even
out.
the grass line?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, we're just gonna educate you, and you're free to go. Okay.
All right.
You're not even being trespassed.
So, but if I go back on there and do this, then I'll.
If you go back on there, you're going to jail.
Okay.
Okay.
After being unlawfully trespassed from a public park owned by the city of Daytona Beach, Florida, I immediately invoked and demanded my right to a trespass appeal hearing by emailing all city council members and the city manager. I have also submitted a public records request for copies of all contracts between the city of Daytona Beach and Brown & Brown Insurance. I have also submitted a public records request for copies of all phone calls, radio traffic, written reports, and body cam videos. Stay tuned.